Just got together and decided they could make a dream come true. So they put gold sprinkles in your hair. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCat update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon. Smash that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Yeah, there's a bit to go over today. Why? VeVe's doing some teasing. A little bit on Pokemon. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it. We'll do all that jazz. Also, the fact that we have some updates on Fios, updates on what VeVe's doing as far as their marketing, as far as the sales data. Let me see what else. We haven't asked me anything / update with DEFFINITY. I think it's going to be in the next couple weeks. Not 100% sure if it's going to be on my show here, or I might do a joint show with Rain, or if it's just going to be on X. Be advised, the last few times that we did something with DEFFINITY on X, like they're just they have very bad luck with X just goes down, or everyone's what do you call it with them? They're just it's hard of hearing. I don't know why, but that's it. VeVe ramps up marketing, OMI, DEFFINITY, daCat, VeeFriends as well. Let's take a look at some VeeFriends stuff. Today is going to be my last solo show for a little while because I am traveling to Orlando tomorrow. Not really going to be too much during the weekend, just meeting a couple of friends, doing other stuff. I think we're going to go to Disney on Monday. So if anyone wants to go in and meet at Disney, if you are an investor, come meet me pretty much anytime. But Monday, I think, is going to be for fun. A few of us are going to go to Disney. I think on Sunday, a couple of us will go to Collecticon. I'd love to introduce people there. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards, but I'll totally go in and introduce people to VeVe there. I might buy a couple things there. We'll see. And then maybe get a booth there next year. I wish I had daCat stuff to go there, but unfortunately, we don't have any of this stuff yet. We'll see. When will they get rid of KYC to be able to sell on Stacker? I don't think they're able to. If people fail KYC and support can't help them. I don't know what you're going to be able to do. I think legally you have to do KYC just to be compliant in all these different countries. They failed KYC. I don't know what to do if you fail, like have them contact VeVe, be like, hey, what do I do here? Is there a way you could change it? I don't know why they failed. So it says Fios. We love Fios. They had a little bit of an update here today. Let's go to Fios real quick. Oh, God, hiccups. Where are we here? Channel. Yep. Tom Anderson yesterday saying this was a good week for Fios. It absolutely was. I really can't say too much, but it's a very good week for both DEVVE and Fios. They work synergistically with each other. They're symbiotic. What happens to one affects the other. It was a fantastic week for Fios. I'm very glad I have some shares in the company. I'm very glad that the token price is still down here. So in the next couple of weeks, I can probably get some. I really should, because I don't have any shares of DEVVE. I really should go in and buy some DEVVE dollar cost average on the token, because that's way down. DEFFINITY, OMI. I mean, it looks like OMI is going to be the one that moves first, because Foster's been tweeting stuff every day. He's been going in, and by the way, we have an insane amount we had like 500 new users this past week. I repeat, we had like 500 new users on VeVe this past week. Absolutely insane. For a while, we had like 250, 300. Last week, we had like 268. Or like 2 weeks ago at 268, but this past week, over 500 new people. That's going to be mostly thanks to Rising Star Larry, Rob Coast, but just a lot of the people that got. Dr. Strange had a few as well, but absolutely massive. He's just insane. Anyway, Tom said it was a good week for Fios. Keep in mind, you'll need to see interfaces before you understand how it all works and what integrates and what you're doing. Tom says, here's an update. This week and last week, we had a customer ask for a demonstration, and we focused on that. The demonstration, including some architectural changes to FIAS, so I'm updating everything in the platform with those changes. It was the last big architectural cornerstone component in my current plans. And the changes were good and important, so I'm glad we did them now, actually. It's much easier to make architectural changes before we have a bunch of users. It's pushed things back for a few days, but for good reason. Better starting point for everyone and great customer interactions, which is good for everyone. That said, I made videos of the platform for a first look, and I made a video of what we did for the customer. That is out if you want to go take a look at the demo. It's pretty cool. People like the video. Oh, interesting. This one guy named CC says, I officially built the company brain as requested by Y Combinator. Use it every day as my orchestration layer. The arch we are creating will be managed by the first external use case in this tech in Web3. Hoping this will bring attention to the FIAS platform. I've applied to Y Combinator as well. We managed to capture amazing agent activity in our measurement and message logs. Looks like a regulatory fit as of now, but more trials are needed to prove the measurement. Tech tracks all information, process from source, execution of actions. Right now they have, not with FIAS, but in general, I forget what study did it. They were able to take hundreds of AI agents and have them play Minecraft, and they thought it would be like this utopia. It wasn't. They started lying, cheating, and killing each other. It was carnage. It was pretty insane. So that's not great. Obviously, AI is better at humans, most humans in most things. But yeah, playing together, being free to do whatever it wants, it devolves into chaos very quickly. And it's a little scary. VeVe Pokemon finally. I don't know. I want to get back to Thea, and then I'll get to the Pokemon stuff in a minute. Video interview with Bleaves comes out in the next couple days. It might even come out tomorrow. All right, sorry. I thought there was another update for FIAS. Nope, don't need to do that. FIAS announcements. Nope, nada. Okay. Yeah, let's go over the, I don't want to say Pokemon news because it's not really news. VeVe at Non-Fungible Conference Lisbon 2026 drops exclusive giveaways and community events. M'Baku forever. Oh, cool, Mo. I might actually see him these next couple of days. That'd be great. Okay, let's take a look. The VeVe team is heading to Lisbon for NFC 2026, and we're bringing the community together for an unforgettable celebration of digital collectibles, exclusive drops, physical collectibles, giveaways, and live community experiences. As one of the premier Web3 and digital collectibles events in the world, NFC Lisbon brings together collectors, creators, artists, brands, and innovators from across the globe. And VeVe is excited to once again be part of that experience. Whether you're a longtime VeVe collector or discovering digital collectibles for the first time, we'd love for you to stop by the VeVe booth and experience everything happening throughout the event. Find VeVe at NFC Lisbon. Throughout the event, we will be hosting community activities, exclusive giveaways. All right, I just read that. NFC Lisbon Digital Drops Overview. VeVe will feature special digital collectible releases during NFC Lisbon, including collaborations and featured collectibles from across the VeVe ecosystem. Thursday, June 4th, Suye, the Mayo collectible. Suye brings Mayo to NFC Lisbon with a drop built around creativity, self-expression, and the idea that collectors can shape the story for themselves. Minimal, playful, and designed to evolve beyond the screen, Mayo invites collectors to make these collectibles their own. Dropping on VeVe on 9 Weast. I'm not sure what, not like 9 a.m. West. Is it supposed to be something Eastern Standard? I don't know. Like, clearly it looks like it's supposed to say Eastern Standard Time, but there's a W in there. And I don't know what, a typo? 1 a.m. Pacific Time on June. Okay, so that's 4 a.m. On June 4th. Okay, so we're going to do 4 a.m. on June 4th. Okay. That's actually the day that Alias burns as well. All right, I'm putting that in the calendar in case that happens to come. I'll be at Disney on Sunday. Do you want to come hang out after that, or come hang out at? Oh no, Monday I'll be at Disney. I'm sorry. Sunday I'll be at Collecticon. I think Sunday I'll be at Collecticon, but in the afternoon I'm not sure. I don't know what time I'll be expected to go to Collecticon. If there's after party, but yeah, I think the afternoon should be fine. Should be fine. If anything, I'll just give you a location. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Anyway, collectors who purchase the digital collectibles from the store will receive a 3D print file by email. Collectors who complete and hold the OG gold, pink, and blue set, store-bought only, will unlock access to the Golden Mayo set reward digital collectible. Make sure your store-bought collectibles are in your collection for the snapshot date of July 3rd, 2026, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Pacific time. Cool. So send you a message Sunday. Sounds good, fam. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Elmont X, P8, Mondrian X Doodles. Doodles, really? All right. It brings a bold visual identity to NFC Lisbon, blending Mondrian-inspired design language with the world of doodles. This drop adds a bright, art-led moment to the week's lineup and gives collectors something distinctly different to discover. Additional drop information and release timing will be announced on the VeVe.me prior to the event. Interesting. Physical collectibles are available at the VeVe booth. Collectors visiting the booth will also have the opportunity to purchase exclusive physical collectibles and comics during NFC Lisbon. Venom number 250, the VeVe edition, signed by Mark Brooks. Oh, and then the VeVe Virgin edition, also signed by Mark Brooks. Marvel Blind Bag comic books, Ultimate Endgame number 1, True Believers Blind Bags, Daredevil number 1, True Believers Blind Bags, plus receive a free Ultimate Endgame number 1 comic with every 10 comic purchase. NFC Lisbon promotional activities. Attendees visiting the VeVe booth can participate in exclusive NFC Lisbon promotional activities and giveaways throughout the event. NFC exclusive booth promotion. New users who join VeVe at NFC Lisbon will, okay, new users, just new users who join VeVe at NFC Lisbon will receive a free digital collectible, a Pokemon pack. The Pokemon pack is Mega Evolution 4 Chaos Rising, plus the chance to win a daily grand prize. Current VeVe users may enter by showing proof of purchase of physical or digital collectibles during the event. But this is the big one, is Pokemon. A Pokemon pack. Why are they giving away Pokemon packs? You have the ever optimists. You have the salty Sally negative people who I really hate. And then I would say you have the realists that I would like to think that I'm in. All right, let's do the salty Sally negative people. Oh, yeah, they're just trying to squeeze every dollar they can by teasing they have Pokemon. You know, it's still a long-term rug, like, ridiculous. You do have the ever optimists like that are convinced that it's like, oh yeah, why would we tease Pokemon? Why would we give away Pokemon packs? We definitely have Pokemon. Like, even if we didn't before, you know, what's the name of that? Some Jinwoo, solo leveling, yeah. So you know, and now we gotta have Pokemon, right? Because you know we're doing great. This can't be like. So you have the ever optimists that are convinced that we have Pokemon, and to their credit, we might. I mean, we know that conversation's been going on for a while. Again, I'm going to reel it back into what I think is reality here. David has multiple businesses. One of them is Vagabond Games, and Vagabond is like, it's got a card store. He's had the Pokemon license since he was 17. He has access to packs. So maybe the card store is doing really well. Then what happens? Well, you can take some product from there and use it to give away for one of your other businesses. Business moguls do this all the time. It's like Batman. I remember, was it Batman Begins? Batman Dark Knight? He had to order like some new parts, and he's like, yeah, I need, you know, a few of these for my bat cows. I need a few of these for equipment. And Lucius Fox is like, well, we'd have to look like we're, you know, like to avoid suspicion, we'd have to order like 20,000 of them. But Batman in general, he's got so many businesses. He takes from one business and another business and another business, and that's how he gets his materials to be Batman. Or else it would look a little weird, if one person was buying up certain things, but he already has that inventory. David already has these Pokemon pack inventories because of his other businesses. He has Locana cards. He's got a bunch of things. So it makes sense that he would take some from one business and use it to promote another. Excuse me. Especially when the VeVe business is guaranteed to have much higher margins than anything else. So that's most likely what's happening. And because it's Pokemon, people are like, yeah, I'll do that. New users who join VeVe will receive a free Pokemon pack. You could, I don't want to use this example, but I'm going to. There was a TikTok like a few weeks ago, and the kid, and this was funny, like it's a little wrong, but it's funny. The kid was just like, and I don't want to say kid, he's like 20 something years old. He's a man, right? He said, like, listen, I accidentally found myself at like a white rally, like a white power, like a kilo rally, and it's just like, and like I don't know how I wound up there, but there was free food, and I had a hot dog because I was hungry, and it was there, and it was free, so I wasn't really supporting them. And then the hot dog was really good, and it's like, well, that means I just have to eat all of these other hot dogs because each one that I have is going to be one less than the other one. And long story short, he like went back to another baby for more hot dogs. And it just goes to show that a lot of people are just like, regardless of what it is, that like there's something that I wrote years ago. Give me a sec to find it. And this is it's not that long ago. Where is it? Crazy thoughts, end of the day, born. So this is in 2020, so 6 years ago. It says, I feel like every time someone unsuccessful attacks someone who is successful, it's not because of their love for the little guy. It's because they're upset about the decisions they made in their own lives that lead to their current position in finances and social hierarchy. You don't really hate Jeff Bezos. If you did, you wouldn't order off Amazon anymore. You don't really hate the Walton family. You did, you'd never shop at Walmart anymore. All of this to say that how quickly people's principles melt away for convenience. And that guy that was at that white power rally, like for the hot dog, is just like, I'm not giving the money. I'm not doing. I just he went for the hot dogs, and it was funny. And the comment, it's the internet, so but the comments were also like, yeah, this is funny. And there was a couple people who were butthurt, whatever. But long story short, if you're giving out Pokemon packs, the most popular thing in the world, you can get people to sign up for anything. David didn't need to go this hard. He didn't need to give away, like, I think they gave away $20 worth of crypto last year. And honestly, this is better because the $20 that they gave out last year for signing up in crypto, people were like, yeah, you could use it to buy these collectibles on Stacker. That was apparently a big hit last year because, again, non-fungible conference. But that was $20. These Pokemon card packs are not $20. They're, I mean, I think you sell them for $5, right? Maybe David gets them for like $3. Like, so they're probably going to get a lot of people. Now, I would love for them to sign up, and then you have to buy something. And it's like you could buy something literally on Stacker for like 60 cents. You could buy stuff on Stacker for 60 cents. You sign up for something, you don't have to KYC to buy anything. You buy something for 60 cents and you get a free Pokemon pack. They should get 1,000 signups over there. They should get as many people as they have Pokemon packs because it's easy. There's no reason not to. And out of that, again, what's that cost you? For David, again, that might cost him a couple dollars per customer. What does it cost you for any of these advertisers that they have for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like whatever? that might cost them a couple $1,000s. And what do they get? You know, a couple dozen, maybe like 40 like each. This one, like you guarantee yourself however many Pokemon card packs you have, that's how many are signing up. Guaranteed. And how many of those are going to be like recurring customers where you're going to get residuals off them because they're going for every drop? Probably very few. But I think that there's a couple of them, probably a couple dozen, that would go for like their favorite thing. Like they like Ghostbusters, they'll get Ghostbuster stuff, or they like Star Wars. The Star Wars one, cool. They'll buy the Star Wars stuff, and then they'll come around for every Star Wars drop that you have. They'll do the same thing with any license. It was Street Fighter, had a bunch of really cool stuff. I think M Bison's finally going up. You have some really interesting things that can happen because of this. And again, you might get like 2 or 3 people out of the 1,000, however many Pokemon cards. Like it's possible they only have 100 packs that they're ready to give out, right? We only get 100, but if they have 1,000, they have that. Like, how do you sell? Like, if you want to sell women's clothing, right? If you want to sell dresses, how do you sell 1,000 dresses? You have to have 1,000 dresses to sell. David, if you're listening, can I send you Pokemon card packs? So, like, can I buy? Like, let's say you're only planning to bring 500 packs. Cool, double it, give it to the next person. Can I buy from Vagabond Games? Can I make an order, and I buy like a case, and then donate it to the cause? If we do this at every freaking thing, in fact, I'm gonna do that Collecticon. Everyone that comes, I'm not gonna have a booth. I'm just gonna be raw dogging the whole fucking event. I'm gonna text my friendo. Where's my friendo? Ash. Oh God, wrong Ash. Oh, I have a lot of Ashes in here. Meow. I'm coming to Collecticon. Me, naked and drinks and stuff will be on me. I don't know how much the ticket is, but okay, moving on here. Oh God, there's comments. Was the VeVe does not have Pokemon? I would say you're probably right. I mean, even if they did, we wouldn't know. Like that's something you would have to keep under wraps, like forever, like until they announce it. Crazy that the duality of man. The duality of all right, sorry. Crazy that 420, thanks for being a member. Pokemon confirmed 100%. I don't know. If anyone can get it, it's David, right? Like if anyone can get it, it's David. The heck? Oh my God. Dude, people be crazy. Girls be crazy. Men, like everyone's crazy out here. I hear you, Randy, but why announce you're giving packs away from David's store? An official Lisbon announcement. Well, I don't know if these are really from David's. I'm just assuming, right? They're definitely from David's store. Yeah, what official Lisbon announcement? I don't know. Who's going to Lisbon? Like who I have to like contact the team or something. But like, hey, how do I get Pokemon packs to y'all? Shout out to Space Penguins for being awesome. They're great. They're the best. We love them. Yeah. Moving on. Cordial says, I'm an optimist. I think if Pokemon become digital collectibles, they will partner with VeVe. Agreed. But I think it's just a gesture of goodwill and give away packs for fun because he's David. You agreed. Agreed, sir. I haven't packed for my trip tomorrow. I haven't even bought plane tickets yet. Oh, okay. I was hoping for them to kind of go down. They've only gone up. I'm just gonna go super early to the airport tomorrow and then just buy them there. It's generally cheaper to do that. So we shall see. Yeah, I fully expect if VeVe or if Pokemon ever does come to blockchain, I fully expect them to go with VeVe. That's the only logical choice. Portugal says, I'm an oddball. I hate Jeff Bezos and I don't use Amazon. Respect. I wish Sam Walton was still alive, but unfortunately that's not the case. I go to Walmart for what I can't get elsewhere or basic stuff. I don't know, like, Jeff Bezos is he like kind of screwed the government back in the day. Like back in the day, I don't know how the fuck he got this agreement, but any shipping lane that was deemed too expensive for Amazon, they just lumped onto the post office. Why they did that, I don't know. So when Trump got in 2017, he's like, yeah, this isn't happening. We're gonna we're gonna raise rates or do whatever. So this way Amazon like would pay their fair share. Now Trump probably did it because Amazon or Jeff Bezos owned, I think, Washington Post, which was just absolutely bodying him in like every article they wrote. So Amazon was doing some things that were not good for the country. I don't think that's why Trump went after him. I think he went after him because he was just getting bodied in the Amazon articles. That being said, the war in there, like in Pokemon land, when shipping started costing an insane amount in 2019, 2020, yeah, it was insane. And that was horrible. But aside from that, I don't know why, like I don't know what caused me to write that in 2020. Like I was not a fan of Jeff Bezos, and I value convenience, so I still Amazon stuff. David and Dan know the P word. Frothing like Pavlov's dog. This is a tease. It might be. It just might be the next best thing, but not quite me. How's it go? Yeah. I wonder. God, could we get it? Could we get it? We'll see. By the way, full degen, if anyone can, bet against Yusk in the fight tomorrow. Rico Verhoeven. Gonna put the beat down. I haven't really followed any fighting in a very long time. I should get back into it soon. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. I'll see what my friendos are doing. So we have Kulmo, Yostef, Sparky, one girl that I don't think anyone knows. Her name is Ash Fox Gaming. Rita Baby and Dogboy might be there. My friend Stacy, who's a tattoo artist, she did my daCat tattoo and my VeVe one, and Tammy's VeVe one. She's feeling a little not good right now. Maybe by the end of the week, if anyone wants to go get tattoos, probably go get them. And then we have a couple whales coming down there sporadically. I don't know what dates. It's going to be wild. We'll do. I think we're going to do Disney on Monday, Harry Potter World. I have a bunch of meetings on Wednesday, so I can't on Wednesday. Actually, Wednesday stuff's first. Oh fuck, I have meetings on Tuesday too. Harry Potter World's probably gonna have to be Thursday on the 28th. Really go to Harry Potter World for 2 days. Should probably do that, right? And then I get out of there on Saturday. Oh, Brittany, forgot about. Oh, and then I have so much shit I have to do. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, Collecticon in Orlando was fun. One a few years ago when Vanilla Ice performed. You'll enjoy it. Are you in Orlando? You want to come hang? Want to come get this bread? Yeah. You should donate a bunch of those cardboard Randy masks people used to be able to buy from the. VeVe Fam Bam actually had a. I don't know when this was, but VeVe Fam Bam I think had it in. Oh lordy. I'm gonna try to find the picture. I don't know what picture it is. I don't know that photo. All right, it's got to be in July of 2024, right? Oh, Kelly, my friend. Oh, Erica, my other friend. Oh my God, Kira, my other. Jesus Christ. Oh, going back to 2024, and I just. Oh, I guess it was 2023 when. I missed my days. I have to go at 2023 because I don't. Yeah, 2024. I was not in San Diego. All right, sorry. Going back to July of 2023. Give me, Jesus, T minus like 30 seconds here. and I will find it for y'all. Stroll. Where the fuck are my photos? Oh, miss my friends. God damn. All right, guys. I'm sorry. Like these. Oh, okay. That's what was going on. All right, Death Star, Death Star, Death Star. That is hysterical. I don't know why I'm not finding this. I might have to get back to y'all. Oh, very good, very good. Okay, sorry, I'm rediscovering. Oh, I wish I could show you guys my phone screen, although maybe not. That might not be such a good thing. Okay, I don't know when the fudge San Diego Comic-Con was in it was July, right? Like I'm not tripping here. Is it like the last week of July? Because I'm not finding it. All right, I see David. I see Dan. Okay, there's got to be my friends. Okay, there's me and Jeremy. Okay, I don't know where it is, but long story short, VeVe Magic, not VeVe Magic, VeVe Fambam had my face, and and she likes to mess it. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off now. Okay. Kumo saying, well, I will have 2 weeks of great hope for Lisbon. Can't buy that. Going to love it. Can't wait. Can't wait. Only a couple hours south of Orlando. Fortunately, this weekend is no good for me. A lot of familial stuff that requires my presence. Damn. Oh, damn. John Hammond. Oh, wait. Damn. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll be there for a week. But yeah, a lot of times. Nozelia says attacks with Iran imminent. OMI to quad zeros. It might be. It might be. What are you gonna do, Randy, about the 40% retrace? Nothing. Doesn't affect me. If OMI does, like, what 40% retrace are you talking about? Bitcoin or other stuff? I mean, if OMI does go to quad zeros, cool. I'll just DCA. But if Bitcoin does a 40%, oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna get cut in half. That's possible. Quad 07. It might not be. I don't know. There's just so much stuff. Also, I'm very curious where you see that attacks with Iran are imminent, because I feel like that's definitely not confirmed. But let's take a look. Let's see where we are on the following. Oh, Rising Star Larry, chilling and vibing at AMC Theater with VeVe Official. Yeah, I saw Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say, pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. All right. Thousands of Iraqis reportedly flooded Tahrir Square in Baghdad for a Quranic memorial in honor of Ayatollah Khomeini. The event, although unconfirmed, was allegedly titled The Gathering of the Great Leader. If true, Tehran's grip on Iraqi street runs deeper than most Western analysts want to admit. Iran has closed its airspace until Monday, so there is an attack expected. That is with Lieutenant Colonel Karen Kwiatkowski. Yeah. I mean, the attack's expected if they're not going to do a deal. And if they're closing the airspace and they're expecting an attack, then they're probably not going to do a deal. Oh, pudgy penguins in their bags after Wendy's asked, what is a pudgy penguin? What the heck? Oh, we got to read more about this. From board8gazette.com. Okay, this is going to be. Pudgy penguins are in their biggie bags after Wendy's asked, what is a pudgy penguin? So there's a Wendy's, from crypto jokes about working the fryer every time token price goes down to Wendy's pioneering corporate shitposting on X. NFTs and fast food go together like fries dipped in a Frosty. On Thursday, pudgy penguins everywhere flooded the timeline with AI edits, memes, and more after the notable NFT brand got into a viral back and forth with popular fast food chain thanks to pudgy penguin holder Kaylin, who simply replied, when's the collab, under a random Jeopardy post. Since then, the tweets have garnered over 200,000 views and inspired pudgies everywhere to reach into their biggie bags and answer Wendy's questions with a flood of penguins. That's really cool. You make a tweet thinking it'll get a few laughs from the community, then suddenly one of the biggest brand accounts on the internet is replying to you, and the whole timeline is running with it. Caitlin told Gazette, safe to say, I didn't expect penguins and frosties to take over my notifications for 24 hours, but here we are. Tonight, we don't know if anything's officially cooking between these two iconic brands, but if something does get ordered up, it would not be the first time NFT landed on a fast food menu. I know, right? Love it. As the Gazette previously reported, Doodles partnered with McDonald's during the winter of 2024, a line of McCafe cups featuring the brand's iconic, colorful characters. The Gazette will continue to follow. Okay, no mention about KFC and Wendy's. I'm sorry, KFC and VeVe and Figpin? No? None of that? Some bold, dinky reporting over there. OMI retrace. Again, doesn't really affect me. If it does, again, 40%. What are we at? 0014? So that would get us to quad 084. If it does a 40% retrace, I'll buy some more there. Maybe I'll get up to 350. If I wish I'd be able to sell something that I just won't be able to. Like the big sales, honestly, they're probably not going to happen until the end of the year, maybe even next year. But for the most part, again, I just DCA. It doesn't change the overall thesis of the company. It doesn't change what it's doing. The burn would probably be ridiculous, which is great. But yeah, nothing really changes. What's up, Booth? Como says, love the OMI and video booth. Yeah, my man. All right, where are we at here? Add me. Thank you, Rising Star, for tagging me in that photo. You're the best. Around, I'm gonna ever keep it down. Crypto, charity, penguin. Okay. It's been 36 minutes here. Let's do some news because it's been a little bit, right? Voodoo. Oh, miss my friends. Okay. Where were we here? We got to go to. We did Tuesday. I think we did Tuesday, right? Yeah. Look at me and my friendos. This is about 11 years ago. This is my kitty crew. Swervin' Zervin, DC, the kitty cat meme lord, and then me, Randy Chavez. This was in the dorms in 2015. Good times. Okay, where is... Okay. I don't know if I did this yet or not. Okay, all right, we're going to come here from Tuesday. Why DEFFinity? Margins in institutional crypto trading and fiat on and off ramp can be 25x higher than Forex trading. DEFFinity is built right in that sweet spot, and those high value flows power the future flywheel of DEFFinity buybacks and burns as the ecosystem expands. Clever Jerk saying, for my ally is the force, and a powerful ally it is. Empire Strikes Back. Yoda matching set. He got the 69s. What a absolute mad lad. We love him. Was good, Booth. Have to admit, it's your fault that I bought the Starry Night. Static and animated. The other day, I didn't want them to get got and go up past my budget. Thank you for helping me pull the trigger on my favorite art pieces. Oh, that's very nice. Distributed tokenized real-world asset value nears 31 billion in May 2026, around 5 times higher than at the start of 2025. Japan's ruling party advances proposals to build national AI blockchain financial system. Japan officially recognizes foreign-issued crypto stablecoins as a large electronic payment method starting June 1st. That Daredevil 168 sold out really quickly. That's cool. OpenAI co-founder Andrej Karpathy joins Anthropic. Interesting. Forever. Endeavor. Let's make this last forever. Polymarket partners with NASDAQ private market, allowing users to trade private companies. That's going to be wild. US and China agree to launch government-to-government dialogue on AI. Cool. 500. Okay, no, don't do that. Zero Hash pursues new funding at more than $1.5 billion valuation after MasterCard drops investment plans. Oh, okay. The government-to-government dialogue on AI, US and China. That's going to be interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know why MasterCard dropped out from Zero Hash. Is MasterCard in trouble? No, we'll see. Goat Slayer, you won't regret it. Trust me, once the VeVe X Elmon X Lisbon collab, people will hype Elmon, and you'll be able to flex it. Patience Dog, you're doing amazing. Oh, my other friends. It was on this day 4 years ago, I think, that I had first met Juan Cespedes and Greg Schultz. Juan Cespedes is the co-owner of the what's it called? Of Mamitas, and Greg Schultz, who is the was Biden's campaign manager. We love him. Greg is a friend of the show. Trump IRS settlement permanently blocks IRS from auditing tax claims for President Trump and his family. That is wild. NFT Pirates posted, what's the main thing that will attract new users to VeVe? And the investment potential was the overwhelming majority. That's there. Star Wars. Oh God, who is this? Dude, Charles Delgado says, how much of one comic would be considered a stack? The dude's got 52 Wolverine number ones, 31 Incredible Hulk number 180s. So yeah, he's got a little bit of a stack going there. Who says trying to get another Mona Lisa? Protocol says, I've been waiting, wanting it for a few years now, and something I've waited too long to get. Tired of waiting. Need to get one still. Hopefully Mona comes with me next month. We shall see. Zeus says that's very bullish for Frog69MG. Adam Weitzman bought 100 Froge NFTs. Welcome to the family. I'm going to keep holding mine. I don't know why. I mean, I know he likes art and he likes supporting these types of things, but I mean, as almost none of this he's going to have like a ton of ROI on, right? Like some of the stuff he will. I guess he's just, from an investment thesis standpoint, buy enough of the stuff that's cool right now, a couple things of it will be worth a lot in the future. But again, he's a billionaire, so the couple $100,000 he spends each month on NFTs is like, you know, fairly small amount to him. Yeah, and the Starry Night OG is actually more than the Mona Lisa. Can't remember if it's always been like that, but it's crazy. Never told you lately. One of us, one of us. It was a cool post. The whole VeVe official community was excited to have Street Fighter when a Ryu was announced. I hope we can all step up in the next few weeks and buy. If we want more video game IP in the future, we have to show these brands can be profitable. Agree or no? Agree 100%. I will do that as well. Carter Goes says, I was thinking Electraman is still in VeVe. He would love to scoop Electra's first appearance. Comment that dropped the other day. Electraman, missed that guy on YouTube. Was that his name? There were so many characters, like there were so many people that were coming out, like, you know, years ago, like, oh, have you seen this person? Have you seen that person? And my back. Sorry. Trying to get the sweatshirt off. And I just don't recall. Oh my good God. I have to wear that to the airport in the morning. I have to shower. I have to do stuff. I had a friend over here before and bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, but it's nice to see that other people now are doing the streaming and they're doing the stuff, and guerrilla marketing is working. Dude, Electraman was dope. Who is Electraman? Why don't it's so mad? I don't know who Electraman was. Why don't I remember? Search from the area. Oh, that's interesting. U.S. Senate advanced a measure that would require congressional approval for continued military strikes on Iran. Cool. Boo says, I think he used to say his girlfriend was mad. He bought. Sure. YouTube was Golden. Oh, okay. I do remember Golden Assets. I remember that name. Might have been on my fridge. But he went Electraman due to stacking Electra Secret Rare like crazy. What is Electra Secret Rare right now? Secret Rare, Ultra Rare, Animate. Ultimate. Guy named Jimzo has 83 of them. JPG Morgan has 10. Nagaroth is not. How many of these? Oh, there's so many of these out here. 18. Yes, 18 editions of the special edition Star Wars. That's the IG-11, right? Yeah. That's going to be dope. I haven't even checked Sokka in a couple days. Oh, your collect identity just got to go up. VeVe profiles have now been. Okay, I know. I don't care, but there's other stuff to go on over huh? All right, let's see if Sokka's special edition has been minted yet. Dude, there's 8. Okay. It has been almost 300 pulls since the last Sokka special edition has been minted. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. That it has been over 300 pulls since the last Sokka special edition got minted. What the fudge? I don't even know. That is absolutely bananas. I like Jesus, man. I have no words. I have no words. All right, let me see what Raphael's up to. So that Buzz Lightyear one sold out, which I thought was cool. Okay, all right, 584 of Raphael left. I don't know if that special edition number 87 has been minted, but not bad. You know what? Let's do something here. Let's go over in real time just what I do. Let's start with Raphael. So Raphael, oh, that was 647. And now we're at, okay, we got some stuff going on here. 584. So is that 647 minus 584? Give me 1 second. So 63. So you have to add 63 to 272. So that gives us what, 335. 335. And you multiply that by 40. So $13,400. Give me 1 second here. So Raphael has made $13,400 in the month of May. And how many did 584 left? Damn. So again, this drop has made $13,000 in the month of May, and this came out April 4th. So that's really cool. So we're gonna do other stuff here. This is how I get my. I'm gonna have to go to Google and put in the calculator on Google. Let's do the next one. Cyclops mints. Let's take a look at what he's up to. Okay, Cyclops. 1224. Okay, there's only 2 more. So only 95. So it'd be 60. So it'd be 2850. So only 2850 for Cyclops. And let's see what else we got here. I don't know why I have this one, but the Definity one, there's like no revenues. I don't know why I decided to use that one as a thing. But anyway, the Definity guys, that one, there's been a couple $100 worth. 2113. Okay, yeah. So what are these, $15? Yeah, they're $15. So 23 sold, so 30. So it's just $345. Like that's I get that's nothing. I don't even know why I added them in there, but they're in there. Okay, Buzz Lightyear, those are pretty much sold out. So there's not going to be too much in here. It's going to be a change of like 16. And I'll show you which Buzz Lightyear drop. It was from last year. I think it was from August. Yeah, it's with this one. And there's none of the special edition left in the store, so I doubt that any had sold after that. Oh, okay. Let me go to this whole series here. Oh yeah, no remaining editions. So what did I have last time? So 0, 16. So there is 301. So what you have to do is do 301. Oh god, times 20. That's actually really easy. That's 6020. So that Buzz Lightyear drop that came out in August of last year gave us an extra $6,000 in revenues this month in May, which I thought was very, very interesting. I'll get some more comments here. Smaller YouTuber, maybe less than 100 subs, but he bought a shit ton of Electra. Split up. I think he's, wait, really? Split up with his wife? Because I split up with Danielle. Well, in any relationship, I mean, let's face it, like every now and then you date a crazy girl, right? We've all been there. But excluding them, excluding the ones where it's like, you know what, I stuck my dick in crazy, shouldn't have done it. Like excluding those, because again, we've all been there. What's the common denominator in all of the relationships that y'all have had and why it ended? Common denominator is you. Is like, it's me. Like what's that Taylor Swift song? Me, I'm the problem, it's me, right? Yeah. So for Danielle, for me, it was a lot of stuff. I was working too much. We didn't have date night as often as I should have. And yeah, I was building stuff, right? No excuse, a little bit of it's a reason, but it's I'm using that as an excuse. It was a reason, there was reasons for it, but and we had a bit of an age gap too. I think we got together when I was 29. And she was already in her 40s. She's like 51 now. And I'm not saying that you can't have relationships with women that are 15, 20 years older than you. You absolutely can. I did for a long time. But it's like, I was always doing, like, literally as we were breaking up, the Darth Vader drop was going on. She's like, you're always doing stuff like with VeVe. And I'm literally doing the Darth Vader. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, listen, this is Darth Vader. And she's like, see, this is what I mean. And yeah, so that, well, yeah, wild times. So how did we, yeah, so was it because of VeVe that we split up? If it wasn't that, it was probably going to be something else. And again, it's me, like that. I'm the common denominator for why all of the relationships I've had have ended. VeVe NFTs, his YouTube, his OG, who's out here doing the Lord's work. Roger goes there. He was a legend to me. Haha, love his energy. Okay, let's what else did I have here? Marvel Premiere number 15 was not, I'll try it again here, but that wasn't showing up for me the other day. I can't even find it. Let me try it over here. Marvel Premiere number 15. Because that came out in April 24th. So now there's 298 left. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. 553 minus 298. So 255 added here, 53 total, 308. So then you do the 308 times 15, 4620. Nice. So we had a good $4,620 in revenue from this one. So we're already at $27,000 just with these, which is a lot. After that, I think we have Mandalorian. Mandalorian should be like another couple grand as well. All right, Mandalorian, which by the way, him and Grogu, good movie, a good movie. All right, 321 remaining additions, so 2 on 36 and 36. Okay, so 150, 480, 9530, $9,530 in May. So we're at $36,000, and there's a couple more things. There's not too much more left. Oh, I guess Grogu we have to go over here because Grogu's rare has done a decent amount as well. Let's see what we have left 1431 left. Okay, so 9. 48. And then we do 148 times 20. Oh, 2960, not bad. Shoot. 960. $39,000 we're up to here. Let me go to another comment. For real, Randy must be exposed to a couple of his videos. Yeah, someone sent me a link. He legit made my at the time girlfriend laugh her ass off. I'm really curious about this guy now. It was exactly the Cardinals. He was funnier. He was funny. Randy must know. Yeah. Send me stuff on X, please. Common denominator was all my exes were Latina. Both. Oh, bro. Latinas are crazy. Like, I understand why guys go for Latinas. Like, I get it. See the booty, I see the passion, the love, but bro, Latinas are crazy. They will stab you. They will like a betrayal, like, and that's just in the bedroom. Like it is. I know I have a lot of white friends. More than half of them go for Latinas. I try to stop them. I try to be like, no, bro, you don't want this. And they're like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was like, okay, I know you want it, but it's not good for you. I dated one Latina once, never again. They're absolute, like, there are, what is that? Stereotypes for a reason. The Latina girl, yeah, it is wild. The culture, like they'll be at a 2-year-old's birthday party. 2-year-old be under the coats, and everyone will be drinking until 7 a.m. I don't know how they do it. It is bananas. Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, live too freaking close to the border. Common denominator is I get pretty princess with pretty princess probs. Princesses are pretty, yeah, they're always expensive problems. They're solved by spending a lot. Not just using teeth lock the F. I've dated my fair share of well, I've dated a couple of gals that, let's say, are not impressed by money because they have a lot of it, or they came from money, right? Like my first girlfriend, like this girl Brittany, who I still love, we're still friends, but she came from money. Why the heck she fell for me, I have no idea. Like, so this is why I actually, so for those that don't know, I played violin for 7 years. Part of the reason was because of her, more so her parents, who we nicknamed Ava and Adolf because they were horrible people. Like they were horrible people. Anyway, I, of course, at the time was not good enough for their daughter, of course, because super young, right? Like we were just hanging out, but at first, not really. Anyway, long story short, I thought if I played the violin, maybe people would see me as more sophisticated. It didn't, but I thought that's what it would do. And again, I got very, very good. But it was really that first year where, like, whenever you first start at something, unless you're like a prodigy, like you're probably gonna suck at it. And I sucked at it, but I was like, I want to fucking try this. I read that former heavyweight champion Joe Louis from like 100 years ago played violin, and yeah, it sounded really cool. Like I've seen videos of other people. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get good at it. So music is a fairly easy language to understand. Like, let's say like Spanish. Spanish is pretty easy, right? Russian is considered hard. English is considered hard. Spanish is easy. Like this is the easiest language. Like music is very easy to read. For anyone that's played guitar or done like a music compositional class, okay, you know what whole notes are and quarter notes and half notes and rest stops and crescendos and allegros. Like you know all of these things. And for anyone that studied music, it's just kind of whatever. But for people that don't, I for the first school year, you barely even do any fingering. You're just trying to like, okay, eventually you figure it out and you learn placements and you learn how to do vibrato. But it's mostly just music composition. It's mostly like, hey, here's how to read it, and very, very simple things. Hold a bow. And I didn't really think much of it until in July of 2003. It was after my first year of it. Yellow Card's Ocean Avenue came out. Let me tell you, that song had the world by a chokehold in 2003. And for those that remember, had a violin part in it. And after hearing that song, recognizing it had the violin part in it, I realized that I can see music now when I hear it. I only ever heard it before. So I'll always have my first girlfriend's parents to thank for that. As horrible people as they were, as shitty as they made me and her feel, always have them to thank for that. Anyway, really long-winded story. Let's continue on for. Oh God, what do we have here? Sparky landed in Orlando. Huzzah! I'll be landing in 15 hours, maybe? 15 hours? Question mark? Yeah, Sparky landed before me. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control. Meow, 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 meow. Why would the VeVe market Pokemon officially at an event if hundreds of other brands are already partnered with? Saturday you come? Yeah, I thought I told you. Yes, ma'am. Did you think I was landing today, Sparky? I mean, I can come tonight if you really want me to, but it's already 9 o'clock. Come on, Sparky. Event we have. Okay, so why would VeVe market Pokemon officially at an event when we have hundreds of other brands that are already partnered with? Put the Pokemon name in the press release? Seems telling. Well, it's not like they're saying like, hey, we're doing this because of X, Y, and Z. They're saying, I feel like, why did I feel like that was written by like AI, ChatGPT? My brain's changing. Anyway, it's not like they were saying, hey, here's what, we're going to put this, because we're partnered with them. Like, we're partnered with Disney, right? And David obviously has Lorcana packs, and they're pretty popular. But nothing's as popular, like nothing is as popular as Pokemon. So in order to get new people signed up, what has the better chance of getting someone signed up? A Lorcana pack or a Pokemon card pack? Now, if you're into cards, either one of them, the free Lorcana pack, yeah, give me it. I'll take it. Let's do it. But if you're not, yeah, maybe, like, it's free. I'll see what happens. Maybe a gift to my kid or niece or whatever, or a gift to someone here. I could use it to trade, whatever. But a Pokemon card pack, 100%. That is a master ball, has a 100% win rate of getting people to sign up. I think that's why they did that, in my opinion. Also, they get Pokemon clearance to do so. Well, they don't need Pokemon's clearance to hand out packs like for free yeah, you don't need Pokemon's thing for that. Yeah. Okay, where was I? All right, we got to get back to electricity. No. M Bison, or I don't know what's the next thing that I have to do here after Grogu. Okay, Star Wars Trooper Collection with their shoulder pad stuff. Let's see what that is. Death Troopers. 43.46 was remaining. 43.30, so that's another. Oh, okay, okay, so 16, okay. So that 145. So what is 145 times 5? So 725. So we're up to $40,000 so far. And then after that is going to be, we did the Cyclops. I guess we'll do the Street Fighter stuff. So M. Bison, we'll see how much he's sold recently. I feel like probably not that much. He's up to 56 sold. Okay, okay. 6, so that's another 120. So up to $600 hairs in sales. Okay. Okay. I don't think any M. Bison rare sold, did they? I don't have any M Bison. Let's check if any M Bison rare have sold this month. I don't think they have. But let's see. Let's see. We want to be accurate here. Ugh. Analyticals. They have not. There have been 0 M Bison rares that have sold. Only 34 have sold. Okay. Total. Let's move on to Chun-Li and see how much of her. Oh, actually, also for M Bison, so I have to do an extra $600 hairs. 41,000. Okay, Chun-Li. Common. 98. Okay, it was 234, now it's 235, 239, so there's 5. So 18 common. So the 18 is 40, so 720 in sales for her. So we add 720 here, 41.7. Okay, sorry. Then we go to Chun-Li Rare. Give me 1 second to see how many of her. I don't think that many have sold. Oh, 119. Okay, okay. So it's 12 now. So it's $600 hairs in sales. So we do another 600. So 42,000 so far now that we've done the, and then Sakura, I don't think a ton have been there. Let's check it. And I think we just have to check the commons for Sakura. 37 have sold. Okay, so hold on, 30. Oh, 37. Okay, so we had 7. So 12 have actually sold. Okay, not bad. 480. Oh God, hold on. To add 480 to this, 42,000. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I started to stack cash because it's going to drop soon. That'd be great. That'd be great if we did. You know, we'll see. Digital versus. To me, you can't use the name in a press release without permission. Got me thinking. Again, you could do it. It's not like they're saying we're collabing with Pokemon. It's just saying like, hey, for this gift, we'll get like, let's say like Honda puts out a thing like, oh, anyone that buys a car gets a free 30 Nathan's hot dogs and a Oric XL vacuum cleaner, right? They don't need their permission to do that. Like they just do it. They get it done. Win approval. Oh, student loan borrowers win approval in $10 million Nelnet case. Very nice. Latinos are crazy, even crazier in bed. I love you, Booth. Keeps me young. Oh, betrayal for sure. Like 360, yeah, 360 no scope, bro. Girl isn't impressed by money. You really have to not be her type. So what I mean by that is, so Brittany was one of those girls where she just loved you as a person. Like if you were cool, because again, she had some very not good parents. She was just a thing to them, and so anyone that showed her like to be a decent person, like she clung to, and she was also like, so she's older than me, by like 6 months, but she's older than me. So we what do you call it? Again, she's older than me, and at the time, like she was beautiful before she knew it. Like she didn't know she was beautiful. Um, and my God, and for some, I just got there first. I got there first, showed her just being a chill guy, a chill person. You know, she liked Pokemon, but she really liked 80s movies. Um, and I saw Rocky, right? I saw like, you know, Rambo, but I never saw Breakfast Club. You know, I'd never seen Pretty in Pink. I'd never seen, but and we would watch them all the time. And you know, like 80s, it became some of my favorite movies because I watched that with her. But yeah, she wasn't impressed by money. Like there are other girls that aren't impressed by money, not because they value human connection over whatever. It's just that they need to be like, oh, you have a 50-foot yacht. I've been on 60-foot yachts. Like, like they just like there are some girls that are just so, I don't want to say spoiled, but maybe that's, they're so used to a certain lifestyle that trading in one guy, like when one guy is done with her or when she's done with a guy, like, vice versa, whatever. Um, she just goes from one guy with a huge boat to another guy with a huge boat to one guy with a plane to another guy with like private planes don't impress her, yachts don't impress her because like that's what she's used to. And if you don't have that, you're not getting with her. And again, like this typically is only for girls up to like, I'm going to say maybe 30, like maybe because a lot of guys that like have these private planes and have these, but like they're dating younger, right? They're dating like the 22 to 25 area, maybe even younger. Like the, I don't know why you date like a 19-year-old. It's like if you can't drink, like which again, like I know some people would play fast and loose that. Oh, it's my boat. They're they can like teach their own, right? Um, but yeah, it only gets that way. Like you can only be that way for so long because for guys we tend to only be loved if we can provide something. For girls, they tend to only be, a lot of their value is really attributed, just to their looks and youthfulness. And time just, like time works with guys. Like as guys get older, hopefully you make a little more money. As girls get older, the girls have to have their life figured out way before guys do. Guys can heck off until they are 35, 45, 50 years old. And then they do something, they get like life together at 60, suddenly they're dating 30-year-olds. Suddenly they're dating 25, right? But again, girls have, that's why they mature fast. They have to figure their life out sooner. One, because kids. Two, because like again, like that youthfulness only lasts for so long. Yeah. Anyway, Turtle Guy will say the greatest show on earth. This is the greatest show. Meow 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 meow. Feels like 200, not bad. To Disney? You got to tell me which park we going to, Sparky. Where are we going? Ben and Chris says, hi, Randy. What's going on, Ben? Yeah, man. How you doing? Yeah, man. Anyway, let's do. All right, we did Sakura, right? I'm not going to do her rares because I don't think there's any of them that sold. TMNT, the small drop that we had here. Or park ticket for Monday. Yeah, coolio. In. Buy two and I'll sell you. Or PayPal. Or cash. Or Venmo. Whatever you prefer, Sparky. Okay, going to TMNT here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm very proud that I have a bunch of rats. I have 30 rats. I have 3 sewers, 30 rats, 4 pizza boxes, 2 mutagens, no gold. Here's where I'd put a gold if I had one. And then 22 turtles. Let's see what happens Sunday. So to have my flight and all. Okay, copy. Okay, turtles. How many editions we got left? 28, 23. Okay. 46. So 23. Okay, hold on. So 924 units were sold in May. So 924, meow, 4620. Not bad. $47,000 hairs was done. Okay, and I think that's going to be most of the. I don't think there's really any more. Oh, Sokka. We got to go over Sokka. All right, let's take a look at him. All right. I can't believe that it's been 300 polls since the last special edition for Sokka was minted. That's insane. 807. So there is 16. It was 139. Hold on. What to say? 807. So what is 139? Oh, God, hang on. 5560. Okay. So we add. So we've had $53,000 in sales on VeVe from drops that are not from this month. That is bananas, and that's numbers only going to get bigger. So good stuff. But I like to think about what if there was a billionaire woman and she wants to marry you, but she's like 600 pounds, has baby chin hairs, smells like Cracker Barrel. Would you? To marry me? At this point, you would have to think like, okay, how much do you love the world and how much do you hate yourself? And like, because I've been with women that are, 200 pounds. The 2 women that I've been with that were 200 pounds were over 6 foot, but I digress. If I were to do like the lady would have to know, right? Like she'd have to know that like, oh God, like, okay. So the reason why I'm considering it or why I would consider it is because you have to, what can you do with that money? My charitable organization to buy land in Madagascar to save endangered species, that gets fully funded right away. Like right away. I don't know what she would expect of me as a husband. I'd be like, hey, listen, we do this. All right, what's the contract? What are you expecting me to do? What are things that I'm required to do? Like what it's your barbecue and it tastes good, but like here's what I'm expecting. Like I need to go do this in Madagascar. This might not be the only project that I need to do or that I want to do. But you can come with me to Madagascar. Be advised, it's gonna be dangerous. You might get shot. You're a big target, 600 pounds. And I don't think she'd want to do that. And how long would I have to go there for? Maybe that's a contingency for her. I'd be like, well, you could do this project. You can use my money for it, but you're not going. You're with me every night. And we've got to blink every night. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Is that worth it? Is that like and are we blinking? Am I doing stuff that I don't want to do? Like oh God. Could I arrange like a chair so somebody else does it and not me? So again, like I would do that so that my charitable project gets funded fully. Now, granted, that's not going to cost $1 billion. That might cost like 2 million to start, and maybe like $1 million a year for the, until we can fund it. However, daCat would be fully funded. Everything that I know would just be fully funded. But here's the thing: you'd have to go into how else can I help the world? Honestly, I think AI is going to help the world so much better. Like all of our charitable goals, whether it's anyone here, whether it's me, it's Mr. Beast, whoever. Like, let's say, remember, was it Bill Gates who had tried to help out Africa? I don't know how, like 20 years ago, maybe. Tried to help out Africa by saying like, "Hey, you guys have a big mosquito problem. Here's a bunch of malaria nets. What is that? It's just nets to counteract the mosquitoes that have malaria, help stop the spread of malaria." What did the people of Africa use them for? They used them for fishing, and it poisoned the water supply. Who could have seen that coming? For someone that smart, like this is something that AI would have prevented. This is something that anyone with a brain, like, hey, this is what they're going to use it for. Like, so it doesn't even have to be AI, but like the World Health Organization had to tell him to stop helping because he wasn't helping. It's the opposite of helping, deterring. And it's just that anything that I wanted to do, or Mr. Beast or Elon Musk, that wants to like help the world in a meaningful way, AI is going to find a way to make that more efficient and be able to have the best chance, the best outcome of that happening. So let's say I need $10 million, right, to really fully do that, land and everything. It's not like I'm selling myself and boinking her every night, like for, $1 billion. It's like, I only really need 10 million for that. And even though like what I'm doing, it might not work. Like I might buy the land, I might make it a whole sanctuary. I would hire veterinarians. I have a bunch of my military friends that they are very, very happy to go and unalive some poachers. Cool. But all of that, you still have to get the species to boink, right? Like we've been trying to save pandas for how many years, and they refuse to screw to save their own species. What I'm doing again might not work. It might be inefficient. So I could be possibly boinking this 600-pounder for nothing. Now again, I love animals and so I want to try. Oh God, yeah. Anyway, Booth, you're making me think too much about this here. Hold on, what did Sparky say? Oh gosh. Sparky, I still have my flight. Copy that. Let me know when game ends tomorrow. Well, up with a few peeps. Yeah. And follow on VeVe. My profile name. Oh God, I don't know what's my profile name would be from the VeVe. ChubbyCat5. Okay. When you follow me, let me know, and I'll follow you back. Talking about you on stream right now. Ha. Okay, what was it? Mine were all wealthy, trust fund status, blown up and shot at for money. Same. Two different upbringings, because they're wealthy, money to them shouldn't be hard to come by, which isn't the case. Yeah. That gets hard because, hold on, so we're good here. Water. I've dated. I was talking with my friend Ty was over today. He just got back from the army a few months ago. Um, he's going to NYU soon. I'm very proud of him. Even though he was army, he's very smart. Um, hard to come by, which isn't the case. I've dated girls that. So back when I was private investigating, sometimes there's action. Sometimes people shoot at you. And I've dated some girls like, okay, get in the tub, I'll handle this. And I've dated the polar opposite of that. Like I was engaged to this one chick named Natasha, and the half Russian, half Ukraine beast. Um, I'll show you guys pictures at some point. But she was qualified on more weapons than I was. She knew Sambo, Russian form of martial arts. Um, she would legit jump me in the shower and put me in an armbar. Like she was very big on surprise attacks, and sometimes that's fun. Sometimes, and she did her own jobs too. Sometimes I would walk in to her having a guy taped to something, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, do you need help here? Like, uh, if we were get attacked, like she would suit up right next to me, cover the north side or west side, whatever I need, and she would shoot right along. Um, she was a little trigger happy. She always wanted to shoot people. She liked to explode a lot of things also. Even she showed me this trick time. Like so C4 is really only useful if you have a blasting cap. But if you put bullets in there and then set it on fire, creates a nice little distraction. I wouldn't have thought it. Like there's so much things that but I like girls that appreciate things. Like I'm not saying that, oh yeah, you need to have struggled, you need to have been poor for me to date you. Like I like girls that know what it's like to struggle and are now thankful. Like, and even if they're not struggling, and even if they're rich, even whatever status that they're at, I it's good to know that they once knew that struggle and they're thankful for not and maybe they'll do whatever to never go back because it sucks being poor. Um, I never want to go back to that. Um, I mean, there's not. I mean, sometimes God throws a curveball, right? You never know what's going to happen. Um, but if I had to again, I know that I could, and that's the key. Also, you want to know that who you're with knows the struggle and knows that like, hey, I survived this because there's some people that go crazy. Like even in the military, like if you go to another country, even if it's a safe country, even if it's like Qatar, right? Some people freak out that they're just not in America anymore. And it's like, okay, have your moment. Um, you don't like if you're with a girl and she's never known hunger and she's never known struggle and the grind and she's never needed to lock in, you don't know that she's going to be able to. So this is why I always advocate for a lot of guys, especially young men, to struggle when you're younger. Like find out, like, because everyone has their limits. Uh, I I would say 2019, 2020, I was working 80 hours a week. Because I had the high risk lending business, I had the Pokemon business, I had the YouTube I was trying to create, girlfriend. Like this was like that. That's why I retired early. That because I was just burning that candle for too long. Um, I don't know how Elon Musk does it, where he's running 4 different companies, and it's just insane. Um, I was working every waking hour. Unless I was at the gym, I was working every waking hour, and that was hard. But I know I can do that again if I needed to. Um, I mean, even now I work a lot, but if you're with a girl that's never known that, and like she's gonna leave you, like right, like if you're like girls in general tend to only date across or up in the dominance hierarchy anyway. So when Booth was talking about that billionaire, like, it's rough for girls because as they get more intelligent, as they get more money, like let's say if you're a college graduate, say just like a bachelor's, right? A lot of girls are not going to date you if you don't have a bachelor's. Now, there's a difference. Like if you can make money, it's like, well, yeah, she has a bachelor's in whatever, and let's say she makes like 70, 80K a year, right? But if you're, let's say, like a electrical line, like you're in a union, so let's say you're also making the same amount of money, let's say a little bit more, then that's fine because you're making more than her. Again, girls typically only date across and up that dominance hierarchy. And just, if you're poor, girl's just not going to be with you. Just not. $1,000 to some is not $1,000 to others. Yeah, like I've told you, like, as rich as I get, I'm still gonna like Taco Bell. Like I'm still gonna go to Wendy's and like I'm still gonna get, like, because poor at heart, right? Omar Lozano is a good evening. I don't know who Brittany is, but you should get you a British. I've dated a couple black girls. One girl named Shayla. Oh God, she was so cool. I met her. So it was her and her friend. What was that? It was a movie with. It wasn't Jigsaw, but it was a horror movie. It was with this ventriloquist lady, and she had a bunch of dolls, and one of them kind of looked like Jigsaw, but she had a bunch. I don't remember what movie that was. It was actually not bad. It was not bad of a movie. Me and a friend saw it. Her and her friend saw it, and we, like, in the movie, we're like, and because it wasn't that crowded of a theater. It was like us and then like two other people. We wound up sitting together. We wound up hitting it off, and yeah, we dated for a couple months. And Shayla was great. But because we were like 16 at the time, I didn't have a car. If you want to date someone with a car, one of my first lessons in why women go older, why women go for more successful stuff. Good Charlotte said it best. Girls don't like boys. Girls like cars and money. I should come out with like a dating video. Randy's current girl must be looking at this like this MF. It's been a little. We haven't caught up in a spell. There is no current girl, unfortunately. Well, fortunately / unfortunately, I'm just in a big. What do you call it? I'm working a lot. Things just haven't. Yeah. Working a lot, and there's just not a lot of time. So unfortunately, those things are half ended. And you're all on a yacht, plane, helicopter, etc., or drinking, amongst other things. They're. And that's something that I would never like get into. It's like, you want to date a young girl, cool, go for a 22-year-old. I understand, like, 18's legal, and I think in New York 17's legal, unless they changed that recently. But that's how they get you, like that. Like that's. Oh, hold on, I just gotta follow. Ashbox Gaming has followed me. Oh gosh, 1 second. Where do I go here? Gaming. All right, I'm gonna follow. And I can't like your I can't comment on your profile, girl. Why can't I comment on your profile? Did you? Oh, I gotta get her update the video or update the update your app. I'll be able to comment on your profile. And let me go here. My profile. I will get back to the people commenting at some point. Comments. I'm gonna send. Paste there. Yeah. Okay. VeVe. Men appreciate. That's Is that like a line in a song? Because that's a little cold, bro. What's up, Ben in Korea? Hope your day's great. Meow, meow, meow. One time, my at the time girlfriend heard me answer the phone and heard a woman's voice. I told her it was Brittany. She said, "Who the fuck is Brittany?" I said, Spears. I was listening to the radio. Um, you know what's kind of so I've had girls that I wasn't in like relationships with, but we'd hooked up. And so here's where this humbles you every now and then. Like, so Snapchat can be used for a lot of things, right? But a lot of Snapchat is hookup stuff. There's been 4 times in my life where I've gotten hey, send me a selfie. The first time that I got it, I was like, okay. The follow-up, what are you doing tonight? Like what? Long story short, she wanted to hook up. I didn't make the connection of the send me the selfie to next time, send me a selfie. What up? No follow-up. I was like, all right, whatever. Didn't next time I get these are all different women. Send me a selfie. Okay. Hook up. Next time I was like, okay, like now is when I noticed the pattern. I mean, selfie. So I was like, all right, show the guns in there. Cause I knew if she liked the selfie, we were going to hook up. Send some with the guns. No, no hook. I was like, oh man, she must have really not liked me. So, or somebody better just came along. So long story short, if a girl asks you to send her a selfie, it's a hotness check. She asks you to hook up afterwards, you're hot. If she doesn't, you're either not hot or she found someone hotter to book that night. True stories. But yeah, I've had something that I really, really like, and I did this purposely once, but most times I haven't, is when most times I haven't, but there's one time where I was like, hey, my ex is going to be here and I need to bring like a really hot chick. So I brought like a really hot chick, like for the purpose of that. But most other times it's, an ex is somewhere, I don't know it, whatever. I come with a new hot chick and I know it shouldn't matter. It should all be about your connection. It should be what you do for each other, the love you have, what you do for the world. But it's really fun showing off your new hot chick to your past exes as like, and it's like that Avril Lavigne song. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. Yeah. That's great times. Who's saying, nah, Randy, you gold digger? The way you said marry me, oh, you're doing it for the money. She's not. Well, if she's 600 pounds, like that's nobody's type, right? Funny, Randy. Thank you. She expecting contract says you have to go down every night for 65 minutes. No, nope. I would do that once. For the animals, I would do like I can't every night. And see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If there's a God and he's like, Randy, you have this chance to save entire species and you're not doing it, you're selfish and you're going to hell. And that's going to make me want to do it. Like, I'm never going to want to do it, but I'll do it for the animals. Like, I will do that once for the animals, but like going down on a 600-pound chick for 65 minutes a night, like, that is hell. And I get it. Like, how bad do you want these animals to survive? You have to go through hell. And you know what? You know what? You know what? That's just a testament to am I really the brown Steve Irwin? And if I say no to that chick, then I'm not. Then I'm not the man I thought I was, and I'm not following the tenets of the lessons I try to teach everyone to sacrifice. And I would be ashamed to not do it. I would also be ashamed to do it because, let's face it, 600-pound going up. I don't know how often I could do that without blowing my brains out. To be completely honest, like at some point I would just be like, my soul would leave me. And you know, again, if I have to sacrifice myself to save the animals, I'll do it. But that, yeah, that my soul would leave me. I would be a shell of a man. At least the animals would get help though, right? The target for those big cats and the Randy Adams. Yeah. Honestly, for the only one that it was Danielle. It was the girl that I was dating. She was a veterinarian that I would now she liked me because I was young and hot, right? I was 29, just full head of hair, rocking hot bod. And yeah, I made a little money too. But she was the one that would have accompanied me to Madagascar, not to shoot anyone. Again, she's a veterinarian. That's, you know, why she would do that there. I'm saying, bro, stop getting Randy on these crazy tangents. Like Wes will clip him. Wes will be like, bro, Randy said he'd go down. Breaking. Randy said he'd go down on this chick. I was like, have you seen Dave Chappelle skit when he gets I would love to see a Chappelle skit where he gets Oprah pregnant. That's hysterical. Opening line, that's great. And he shows up to work like, fuck y'all, fuck you, I quit. Oh, because he, yeah. Now, see, now Oprah, who, well, she's got to be like 60 something now, right? Which I don't think it really matters, but hold on. What is Oprah's age here? Oh, she's 72. Black don't crack. She's still not bad. Listen, Oprah had the OWN network, the Oprah Winfrey Network, own network, own channel, and there was a couple of things, like she had like the master classes on there, and some of the things that she had said on there was very principled in like business, and I was like, we would actually get along and we'd have a lot to talk about, and I would love to interview her. I would love to, and yeah, if it came up to it, love to take her out on a date. I'd love to just uh what's that called? You know, pick her brain. And you know what? If it came down to it, and she's like, "You want to come upstairs? Want to come to my like mansion?" I'd be like, "Yes." And you know what? We'd have a good time. And now, and now again, I don't actually like I don't know her. I've just, you know, what she puts on her Oprah Winfrey Network and her shows and whatever. That's probably going to be probably slightly different version of what she actually is. And I know she had some of that controversy from the Hawaii thing with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But again, I only know of the controversy. I don't know actually how it went down. And to be honest, if oh, she's married? Stedman Graham. Stedman Graham. I didn't think she was married. Okay, well, disregard. Oh Millie, stop, bro. We gotta see what he did. We'll find him 600-pound billionaires on Plenty of Fish. Good luck. I think okay. Ash Fox game. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the heck? Crunchyroll boss responds to, hold on, question about Solo Leveling Season 3 release date. Yep. Okay. Well, Season 3 of Jinwoo's story is yet to be officially confirmed, whilst at Crunchyroll have been teasing that wheels are in motion that could see the show finally back on our screens. Better. Exclusive chat with Radio Times ahead of 2026 Anime Awards. Crunchyroll president Rahul Porini has given the biggest sign yet that the show is heading in the right direction to return. Duh. Well, he was keen to note that there was nothing to announce when he said that he was hopeful for Solo Leveling's return. Of course it's going to be the biggest fucking show in the world. Sorry. Just love my Solo Leveling. As eager as the fans for the next show. Know the creators are actually working on it, so hopefully we can announce something soon. Okay, cool. Hold on, I got to go back to Ash Fox Gaming. I cannot. Hold on. Maybe if I go into type Ash Fox Gaming. Oh God, I misspelled Ash. One's not hot. Okay, I'm gonna go to users, view profile. Oh yeah, I can now comment. Meow. First comment. I don't know why it's not giving me my profile picture there. Oh, she's got the Pokemon cards. Love it. Anyway, on my profile, on my banner, I have a panel out of the daCat comic. Can't wait for y'all to see it. Give it up, Booth. Friday Night Fun Stream. And it's talking about I don't want a boinker. Like, I'll be the cuck if I don't have to boink a 600-pounder. So I want to tell y'all a story. I think I've told the story before. It was 2010, and Ashley Madison? Or was it, no, Match.com. It was Match.com, and I matched with this girl, 26, and I'm 19. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's try it. We go to a TGI Fridays, and she was cute in her photos, but the photos must have been from high school, like 80 pounds ago. Excuse me. And it's not that she was heavier, like she was, obviously, but it's that like she lied. Like she put up photos of her that did not look like her. Like it was still her, but it was her many, many years ago. Well, like half a decade, right? You know, like maybe like 18, 19, maybe some from 17. And you know, she's 26 now, and she gained a lot of weight. And if I were to have met her at a bar randomly or at like wherever, and she would have just commented, let's say like on my Triforce, or comment like wherever, and she just would have been nice, I would have been friendly. Like, and I was friendly on the date. I was very hospitable. But I would have been like, yeah, you're a nice person. Let's hang out. You know, I don't have a ton of time, but yeah, let's hang out. And we would have. And if she would have invited me over one day and got a few drinks in me and said like, hey, I really want to do it, you know what? I would have let her. I would have done it, and we would have had a good time, and we both would have enjoyed it. But she didn't. She I felt like I was lied to. Am I overreacting a little bit? A little. Again, I was cordial on the date. I was again, I was cordial on the date, and I made her pay her half. She seemed fine with it, and then I left. And that was it. So it's not that, I mean, you know, like nobody really likes fat, right? But yeah, like, you know, you'd rather your partner be healthy as opposed to chunky, right? Like, right? Quarter of a goat slayer, right? There's plenty of whales there. I used it back in the day. LOL. Trouble. I'm dead. Dead fish emoji. Oh, the dead. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Randy, you might be a high priced prostitute. So there were two videos of me on OnlyFans. They are both gone now. One of which was taken down right away because my friend had a stalker. The other one was taken down, I think, fairly recently. So listen, this is like, there was this girl that I was with in 2020-ish, and yeah, like 6 months. Oh my God, she was, I won't say her name. She was beautiful. She was exceedingly beautiful. And so she's like my height, like 5'8", 5'9", tall for a girl. Um, she was a woman. Like she wasn't, I mean, she was like 150-ish, 155. So she wasn't like, some of it was a little bit of muscle, but you know, it was very everywhere. It wasn't like you've seen, like, and I have like body shape too. If I let myself go, it all goes to like the stomach and like back, right? Like very little of it is on my legs, very little of it's on my arms. I have very skinny extremities. For her, she was very well proportioned everywhere. Just again, beautiful girl, boobs great. And again, 5'8", 5'9", so the 150 on her looked pretty good. She was sitting on the windowsill one day, just like, you know, knees up to her chest, just looking out, naked. It was very beautiful. And I was like, okay, we've had enough rest. And I pick her up and I throw her on the bed. And she's like, wow. I was like, what's up? She's like, no one's ever done that before. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, no one's ever picked me up before. And this is not like, again, this is not a big girl. She wasn't like 200 pounds, which guys, you should still be able to pick that. Like, come on. She's like 150-ish. And I was like, no one's ever picked you up. Like, and there's been multiple times where I've been at weddings and I'll pick a girl up and I'll toss her around, right? I'll spin her because it's a little bit of a flex, because not a lot of guys can do that. For some freaking reason, y'all just don't want to work out. And I know Booth, I'm sure Booth works out, right? I'm sure he lifts. But some guys just don't want to work out. And it's like, bro, like, how's a woman respect you if you can't like lift her up? Like, unless she feels like a princess. Anyway, she was the other girl that a few years later, like 2023 maybe. She's like, hey, started an OnlyFans, and I'm sure she made a ton. Well, when we were together, she was so freaking beautiful. A few years later, she had gotten chunky. But we did it for the OnlyFans. We did it for the Vine, for the OF. And she told me after the fact that she's like, just catching up. She's like, I'm engaged now. I was like, what? I was like, first of all, I was like, bro, this girl is wild. That like, she's like, and I was like, oh, so why me? Why ask me to do this? And she's like, oh, he doesn't want to do it. I was like, okay. And she's like, you're bigger. I was like, okay. Just like, and she knew I had that following. I don't think I told anyone at the time that I'd done an OnlyFans video. And again, this is the second one that I've done. And she's just like, you're into it, and maybe your following would come. I was like, okay. And then I was like, does he know you're doing this? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Is he happy about it? She's like, no. It's like, but you're still engaged? Like, yeah, he'll like, because he would do like anything. Because again, she was like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And maybe that's how we still saw her. Anyway, long story short, didn't get any money for that. But if I were to ever do that stuff again, yeah, I'd probably charge a bit. Less than 600-pound store probably. You're gonna need 10 mil for the Blue Chew. Yeah, I mean, you would need to. Oh gosh. Okay, we don't have to go hard on Saturday. Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Credit, Monk, Doctor Strange. Oh yes, she did. Okay, where are we? 600-pound self could hang out with a deer and 100. Potron Randy's at outside Troy. He inherits all the monies. So I like, as much as I'm a little ashamed to say that was my first thought. Like, well, if she comes here, she's a big target. Assuming that she's done nothing wrong. Now, obviously, if you're chunky, like if you're that fat, like you've made some very poor life choices. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're disrespecting your body, and it means like you don't care about yourself. But it still doesn't mean you're a bad person. I wouldn't want that person to, even if get control of that. That's just not something that I would want to happen. But yeah, that's my first thought too. My bad. Big ticket escort. The gills. Oh god, been with a few grandmas. But like, now that being said, they're not like 70-year-old. Like I've been with a few 40-ish, 50-year-old grandmas. And oh, great. Saw Yellow Card in concert last week. Oh, epic. 10th time. Once I had a drink with the violinist. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm so jealous. KB23. Oh, I'm very, very jealous. Man, good for you, mate. Dude, the whole stigma of having bachelor's and degrees, blah, 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 is fading. Agreed. New gen doesn't care because you can make bank without going. Yeah, so I very proud of myself here. When I was growing up in the 2000s, it was hammered in you. You were a loser if you didn't go to college. You were like ostracized. Like they made an episode about it on like Seventh Heaven. Like it was like all the guidance counselors, all the like everyone was pushing people to go to college. And I saw these people getting into loads of debt and they were not working in the field they graduated in. And I saw everyone on God's Road was just like, yeah, but they have something to fall back on. Something to fall back on. Like, what? What are they falling back on? They can't get a job in the field that they graduated in. This is stupid. And this is me at like 16, 17. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. And everyone was pushing me to do it. Everyone was calling me a loser. I was like, who's laughing now? I love going against the grain. This is why it's so hard for me to see that I'm wrong sometimes, because I've been like, there have been times in multiple times in my life where everyone's telling me, you're wrong. You got to do this. You're going to regret it if you do. You do that, you're stupid. And I've been right every single one of those times. So like, if there does come a time where everyone's saying I'm wrong and I actually am wrong, I'm not going to be able to see it, because like every single time I prove these people wrong. I know it's a big, like pat yourself on the back, but yeah. Nowadays, like, fuck, do a trade. Do a trade. Become a plumber. Become an HVAC guy. Become competent at that, and you'll make money. Learn to invest that money. You're good. Kanye's best album, College Dropout. Haven't heard it, but sounds interesting. So an article saying AI is replacing people that have jobs that pay 4 to 5. Yeah, developers are screwed. Like developers got wrecked. Because now, especially with Claude, like they're done. Like a lot of developers' salaries were overinflated anyway. Done now. College graduates are only landing jobs that make 55K. Gen, this is America. Yeah, I would never. Now again, like you need college to be a lawyer, to be a doctor, to be certain things. But yeah, AI is replacing a lot of expensive stuff. Even for like laparoscopic surgeries, AI is going to do much better in laparoscopic surgeries than that. Shout out to Chris Severs, Market Smart, that reached level 90. Very nice. We haven't really gone over much of the news here. We got to go over more. We'll get to some of these. Yeah. Degree holders will be predominantly women running middle management and employee level corporate offices. Men will be making money in other spaces. Men office labor has been outsourced to women. Yeah. There's been countless times where I've seen guys say that, like, my woman clocks into her work day at like 8 a.m. She gets coffee, she does yoga, she, has a meeting at 10. Then she goes to the gym, she gets lunch, comes back, has another meeting at like 3, clocks out at 4, right? Making 55K a year. It's like, what are they doing? And there's a conspiracy theory that says they're doing this so, the white women don't have babies anymore, as they're focused on work. And it's like, this is insane. This is like a lot of these jobs shouldn't exist. Yeah. Crazy enough for 20 to being a member says, are people going to get Street Fighter before they burn? Some are almost unsold. Yes, I will get all of the Street Fighters. I'll get the sets. I'll get multiple Sakuras and Chun-Li's and Bisons and Guiles. Get multiple of them before July something. What are they? Oh gosh. Let's type in Guile and take a look at his. Yeah, July 1st. Insane. I'm 29. Hopefully, I'm a OMI 100,000 there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why you can't make 100,000 by 29. Gail is a better choice. Like the F you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke ass car and the shit you call. F you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all F off. You have to sign an NDA with Oprah. I typically don't sign NDAs. I've actually never signed an NDA. Oh no, military, I had to sign one when getting out. And yeah, the military NDA is if you break that, at least the stuff, it's going to be different for each one, but for like my stuff, I'd go in a hole. I'd be in a hole for the rest of my life. So yeah. Booth saying she lied. What do you say? She lied. Yeah, she did. She lied. Like she just lied with the pictures. Oh, after dark. Women like. Yeah, yeah. I've dated a couple muscle mommies. Natasha, I wouldn't say was a muscle mommy. She just knew how to strike and shoot and knife fight, and she was it was insane. I work out, but not gonna lie, women nowadays be thickums. Okay, are women thickums, or are you going after the big booty Latinas? They're thickums. I could picture you going. Also, a lot of girls they just do leg day and that's it. To get the booty right. How can I lift you? I love you guys. They like to eat, focus on one muscle group, and replace their yeah. The Brazilian butt lift. Yeah, had too true. You never heard of Kanye West College Dropout? Well, I've heard of it. I don't really listen to Kanye. I've heard a couple of his songs, some of which are very good. But yeah, I'm just when you grow up with like Eminem and 50, and you had stuff that was a little more. Obviously, you had NWA as well. Right, stuff is a little more harder. Kanye, I've heard a couple of songs. They're pretty good. Never really went too hard with them though. Chun-Li Bao's my fave. She's a beast. Yeah, she thick AF. Well, haven't you ever hooked up with the ladies of VeVe? They seem like keepers. Listen, there is you ever remember that episode of Breaking Bad when Walter asked Jesse to cook meth like in his home? He's like, nah, I don't shit where I eat. One, because if you do that, suddenly, like both of you will get like a reputation, be like, oh, well, he's with her, he's probably with everyone, or she's with him, because she's sleeping around. Maybe she's gonna be with other guys. So like, you don't want that. You don't want either of you to get that reputation. And then two, it's, if you date and then it doesn't work out, you're gonna have to see each other at events, and you're gonna, and maybe it gets awkward, and maybe it like, so I'm friends with a lot of women of VeVe, but that you can't uncross that line. That line will still be there, but once you cross it, it's like, again, like let's say for, and I've a few friend groups in with him, but a lot of the friend groups in VeVe, we're all one fam, right? So let's say, like the last time in Vegas, New York, so it was with Heather of Kuroga, Tammy Hanna, Sparky Bango, Fam Bam, and we're all we're all in the same room, but we're all friends, right? And it's just, you don't want to upset that dynamic. You don't want to upset like that natural order, because if you do, and then let's say it doesn't work out, and then like, who do the friends go with? Do I lose the kids in the in the divorce, so to speak? And I just don't want to do that. If there's and it makes for better friendships that way, to be honest, because then that it's like, you're not, there's no tension, you're not expecting nobody's expecting anything. And you know that just we don't want that from each other. That just makes for a better friendship. Um, so that's why. And also again, uh, I feel like that's something you can only do once because it does, like, if you go from one girl to the other, it's just not a good look. Um, like in the military, there's been people like that. Like they're called barracks bunnies, like for the girls, where they go around, just hopping from dick to dick. And then there's guys that kind of do the same thing, like because there's some guys that are like everyone in the military, for the most part, you're in pretty decent shape. But there's some guys that are just like, oh, dude, you are like John Cena, like you're like John Cena mixed with Antonio Banderas. Like there's just super good looking dudes, and they get any chick that they want, right? So like, and there's guys that do it, and again, you get that reputation becomes awkward at like barbecues, becomes awkward at like team building stuff, and it's like, yeah, you just don't want to shit where you now again, if there's a um I don't want to shut myself off to love at any level. So if there's a genuine connection, I have connections with everyone, right? Like I just people are awesome. Um, but I was also in a relationship when I first started VeVe, and I was in a couple, and then I swore off relationships for a while, and it's like you never want to say no, like you never want to say no forever, right? Stuff should always be on the table, but um, yeah, I just if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But as of right now, um, also you also want to keep options open too. Um, there's an episode of Modern Family where Haley is talking to Lily uh about what to get, because Lily was given $5 to get like a stuffed animal or something, and Haley's like, "You only have $5 for this trip. Don't get it on the first thing that you see." And then like this hot Australian surfer dude comes up, says hey to Haley, and she's like, "What's up?" And that's it. She basically gave him the cold shoulder. And Alex was like, "Why'd you do that?" And like same thing. She's like, "Same thing I just told Lily. Don't take the first thing that shows up. Your options, like there's probably other hotter surfer dudes out there for her." And I don't know what happened with that whole episode, but um VeVe is going to be a billion-dollar company again. They will have tens of thousands of users. They will and you're going to get a lot of influx of a lot of different people. Some of those people will be women. And let's say if you have like Target has good stuff, right? Like let's say you have like need to go get shampoo. Do you go to let's say like Recur? Like, do I want to go in like the women of Recur and Hero, whereas like Walmart brand of shampoos, or it's like VeVe, Target brand of shampoos? Okay, a little bit higher quality, in VeVe here. But VeVe is going through this renovation stage right now. They're constantly building, and their Target's going to be upgraded, right? They're going to have a new higher and there's just going to be more options in the future. Like, and also I'm working a lot now. Any woman that, let's say, I have a connection with, any woman that it's just not going to be a good fit right now. I'm working a lot um, on daCat. I'm raising money for other companies. It's just um, so yeah. Probably want to keep options open for now, because again, there's going to be a lot of people coming into VeVe, and there's going to be a fair amount of women there as well. Scoring a WNBA woman is my wish. You want those D1 kid athletes, huh? Huh? I was actually talking to my friend Ty about this because he's really smart. He's also 6'5", and he's a genetic freak. And I was like, all right, so what are you going to do? You're going to date the big women to get the D1 kids? You're going to, be with um, the cute woman to get like the good looking kids, and then you're going to date the smart one to get the smart kids. Like which one are you doing? Doing all three? Creative stuff? What are you doing? So yeah, you want those D1 kids, don't you, Stan? It says, I know you don't listen to Kanye, but it was Kanye before he became sucked up and bougie. So it blew him up. It's worth a listen. I will take a listen at some point. Saw Kim Kardashian was smoking cocaine. Skims factory. Kanye ranted like he always does. Not her fault. Oh my god. Randy, if you come to San Diego, hit me up. Gas on the spot. Okay. Maybe not this year, but probably next year. Did VeVe get married? Thought you guys were great together. Oh, yeah. VeVe is. I think she's married. She's pregnant. It's not mine. We never. Me and VeVe are very good friends, but we're not. We never. None of me and the VeVe, any of them has ever. Me and Foster shared a bed once, and me and Taps shared a tub. But no, there's been no commingling of our units. Who the heck? Very strange. I'm gonna send this to her. No, VeVe is, I believe, married and she is pregnant, and it is not mine because we've never done anything. So it's but thank you. Yes, we were very good friends. We still are. All right, let's get back to the rest of the news here. Ugh, my back. Ah, shoot. Okay, where am I? I did that. No more, no less. Oh, shout out Jason Pena that picked up Din Djarin number 79 for 300 gems. Master Splinter birth year 1961. California Comics got him. Oh, Big Shoddy Works had a photo with David. Thought that was great. Saturday morning. Trump's Truth Social withdraws Bitcoin ETF application from the SEC. BlackRock sold $325 million in Bitcoin on the 19th. Michael Sawek said, at Bloomsbury Money, we've always believed that the gap between traditional finance and digital economy shouldn't exist. Closing that gap requires two things, the right regulatory framework and the best talent in the world. We recently ticked the first box with our JFSC license. Today, we're taking the second. I'm thrilled to announce that Michael R. and Jamie Henderson, both formerly Zodia Markets, have joined our trading desk, supported by Chris Clark, DEP, FICA, heading up our compliance. With Mike's background in institutional sales and Jamie's expertise in complex liquidity environments, we are now uniquely positioned to help our clients manage multi-currency IBANs and digital assets. Mission is clear. The team is ready. Onwards. Love it. Being real with you says, before it became the final fight, it was marketed as Street Fighter 89 at trade shows. Guess I hit a cool mint today with Guile, secret rare, mint number 89. My back is hurting, so I'm going to bounce. I will do the rest of the stuff tomorrow. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye today.